Examples of character development in Wuthering Heights. Heathcliff. Heathcliff, the novel's central character, undergoes an enormous transformation throughout the book. When first introduced as a child, Heathcliff is described as a dirty, ragged, black-haired child whom Mr. Earnshaw found in the streets of Liverpool. Initially, he is a quiet and innocent child, albeit somewhat sullen and unsociable. However, the cruelty he endures, particularly from Hindley Earnshaw, and his frustrated love for Catherine, transform him into a vengeful and cruel man. As an adult, Heathcliff is described as a tall, athletic, well-formed man, but his personality has darkened significantly. He embarks on a path of revenge against those he believes have wronged him, including Hindley and the Linton family. He marries Isabella Linton out of spite, treats Hareton, Hindley's son, cruelly, and forces a sickly Cathy, Catherine's daughter, to marry his own son, Linton. By the end of the novel, however, he seems to lose his will for revenge and becomes obsessed with the afterlife, eventually dying with a strange peace on his face. Catherine Earnshaw. Catherine, the female protagonist, also undergoes a significant transformation throughout the novel. As a child, she is wild, free-spirited, and inseparable from Heathcliff. She is described as having the bonniest eye and sweetest smile. However, after her stay with the Lintons, she returns as a more refined and cultured woman, drawn towards the civility of Edgar Linton. Despite her love for Heathcliff, Catherine chooses to marry Edgar Linton for his social standing, illustrating her struggle between love and societal expectations. Her passionate nature leads to her downfall, as she falls ill when Heathcliff disappears and ultimately dies shortly after giving birth to her daughter. Her ghost, however, is said to haunt Wuthering Heights, symbolising her enduring connection to Heathcliff and the place. Edgar Linton. Edgar's character changes less drastically than Catherine and Heathcliff, but he also experiences development. He starts as a spoiled, somewhat weak child, then matures into a decent, gentle, and patient man. He is described as having a sweet voice and sweet manners. Edgar's love for Catherine never wavers, even when she reveals her feelings for Heathcliff. He is crushed by Catherine's death and dies years later, leaving his daughter Cathy in the care of Nellie. Cathy Linton. Cathy, the daughter of Catherine and Edgar, develops from a sheltered and naive girl into a strong, caring, and mature woman. She is initially kept away from Wuthering Heights and its troubled inhabitants by her father, but after his death, she is tricked into marrying Linton Heathcliff. Despite her unhappy marriage and the cruel treatment she receives from Heathcliff, Cathy retains her spirit and eventually forms a bond with Hareton Earnshaw, demonstrating her capacity to love and forgive. These are the central characters in Wuthering Heights, and through their development, Emily Brontë illustrates themes of love, revenge, class, and the struggle between nature and civilization. The characters' transformations drive the novel's plot and give it its enduring power.